Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm seated up in the pavilion which they have here, hoping to get away from the wind. It's not blowing hard, but it doesn't take much to mess with the microphone. And I don't have my microphone with me. I forgot to get it. I wasn't planning on recording. I was just going to do a drive through the park. But it seems nice, and it's a light breeze. I go down to the lake, or over to the river on the other side. The wind's blowing harder, so we give this a shot. Okay, so this is my second family video in the series that I'm doing for Christmas. The first family to get together with is God. And even when Jesus came here, he didn't come down here and just on his own walk around, tell people about himself and God. He collected a group of people to be with him, 12 to be precise, actually 13 because one got kicked out. We're not supposed to be doing what we're doing alone. It's better to do everything we do on this planet with somebody. Now, I think that's why God gave me Rapture Kitty to get me by until other things change, and I don't know if things are going to change enough to do anything about that. But anyhow, I'll spend time with my son this week, and we'll spend Christmas together. I need to contact my other son because we talked about doing a video call, but I got to figure out when's a good time to do that. In any case, you want to spend time with family, and the holidays are the best time for that because it's a built-in excuse. People always get together for Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, Easter, 4th of July, take your pick. Pick one of the holidays. We have them for a reason so that we can get out and enjoy things that don't involve work. Now, some people would call what I'm doing work, but I have so much pleasure in doing it, I don't consider it work. This is easy for me. Work's not supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be work. But anyhow, I remember growing up that we would have family gatherings. My parents had a number of friends. My mother had some, my dad had some, and we kind of mix them when we get together. Initially, the people that we got together with would be like his boss eventually. When he played baseball, the son of the manager, we would get together with them. There would be times that we would, as kids go over there, just go outside and play and leave us alone while we do adult stuff, drink and smoke and tell dirty jokes and all that stuff. I don't know. But I do miss the fact that we were able to get together. And then for the mealtime, we'd all be together. And even then, for people who were not religious, somebody would say a prayer. And nobody complained. Because it was expected at that time. For Thanksgiving, we get people to come up and say what they're grateful for, what they're thankful for. For Christmas, sometimes we get into Christ. My parents were not religious. My mother, though, in trying to find, I guess guided by God, trying to find something for me to do, sent me off to different religious affiliations to try to get babysitting so she could not have to deal with me during the day. I was probably a handful. I can pretty well say I was. In any case, not bad stuff, but just, why is this? What's this? How's this? Typical stuff little kids do. Like I tell people with young babies, you start off teaching them to walk and talk, and pretty soon you're telling them to shut up and sit down. It doesn't make sense, does it? In any case, the family gatherings were something that we all, as kids, look forward to. And if you've got kids, they will look forward to it as well. And they will have memories of these times. and hopefully be able to duplicate them when they get older with their kids. So you want to start off these traditions right. Now, the proper way to have a Christmas gathering would be to have one around Christ. Again, my parents were not religious, so we didn't do that. We had the traditional Christmas that most American families celebrate that are not Christians. You celebrate the giving of gifts. I don't know who started this. Probably some marketing person. The Santa Claus that we see today was invented by Coca-Cola. There was a Saint Nick before that, but they created the Santa Claus the way we see him, in the red and black outfit, or the red outfit, white, and a black belt. Prior to that, he was just a scruffy old man, more along the line of Miracle on 34th Street, which is a good movie. That's something you could do as a family, not all day, but sit down and watch some form of Christmas movie. And no, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie. If you want to see that, you can watch it any day. But pick a good Christmas movie. I personally like the 1934 version of Scrooge. There's other versions. Other people have played them. More modern people have played them. Pretty much any big actor who's wanted to branch out has played Scrooge. They're okay. They're good actors. But once you've got a vision of something in your mind, it's hard to replace it with somebody else. But all these things you can get together and do with your family. Traditions. It's nice to give gifts to people because people are appreciative, but it would be even better if the gifts you gave were made, handmade. Now, in today's day and age with technology, you can't hand make a computer. And sometimes the, cap that your grandma made, if it was in pink and yellow flowers on it, would have been okay to wear. I know. You got to keep it around so that when they come over, you've got it to wear. Never, 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 never donate something that somebody made for you to the Goodwill. Because it's possible they might find what they made for sale at the Goodwill. I just read a story about that. Not good. Oh, the dog chewed it up or something, and if you don't want to lie about it, throw it on the floor and let the dog chew it up. Keep in mind that it was made with love, maybe by a different generation that doesn't do the things and see the things the way we do. So out of respect, you might just keep it, throw it in the closet, pull it out at Christmas time, and wear that. That's why they have ugly sweater days, where you can wear your Christmas sweater. I've got one somewhere. It's in storage. I may pull it out, but I have to go to the storage unit, and I don't like to do that anymore. But sitting around, listen to the same stories over and over again that people talk about. You remember the great snow of 68 or whatever. We used to, when we moved away, we moved up to Reno because my dad needed to be close to work. We would still go down to Los Angeles area where the rest of the family was, and we'd spend Christmas down there. They'd put us up in some extra rooms, and we didn't really mind. It wasn't a problem. But I remember one time we were coming back, and a big snowstorm was coming in, and we managed to get through the first pass before they closed it. There's a pass coming out of L.A. heading north and heading towards Bishop and Mammoth and that area, because you're going to take the inland route like we did. And the only way we made it, we followed a snowplow 90% of the way up that road. At the end of the day, it was like flash, 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 flash. We were seeing flashes even when the snowplow was gone because we were looking at it for like 6 hours. Yellow, 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 yellow. But we made it. When I came back from Utah a few years back, I got behind an 18-wheeler going up over a pass. It was still slushy, not quite frozen yet. And I got behind him. If he hadn't been there, it would have been snowing and that on the road. But he was pushing it off to the side, and I just stayed in that and followed him over the pass. Once we got over the pass, it cleared out, and I was able to keep moving. But I was worried about getting stuck there. The things we do. When I moved out and went in the military and moved down to the San Francisco area, the Bay Area, I was actually in the East Bay. I'd go home for Christmas, and on one time I was driving home. Road was fine until we got to the mountain pass. Between California and Nevada, we have the Sierra Nevadas, and they are tall. I'm trying to remember, Donner Pass is over 9,000 feet, but that's the pass. Then you got mountains above that. And they closed the pass, this particular drive of mine, so I didn't get to spend Christmas there. They stopped, I stayed in a motel room, and I got at that time, a Swanson TV dinner. And they had a hot plate in the office, and I was able to cook my Swanson TV dinner, my turkey TV dinner, in the foil tray, cook it there, and that was my dinner. Now, I got there the next morning when they opened the pass, because it stopped snowing and they cleaned it out, but I missed the big dinner. So instead of being there on Christmas, I got there the day after Christmas. I still had that day, and I took one more day to come back. You do what you can because you want to be with your loved ones, and that's the key. You want to be with your loved ones, and it's a good excuse to get together. First video, we're talking about God. He wants to be with his loved ones, and we're in that book. Well, we want to be with our loved ones, with God, if you can. And that's what family's about. So spend the time with your family. Tell them you love them, because we don't know how much more we've got down here. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like in heaven. How much will we remember of our lives down here? I don't know. I don't see where it shows we remember a lot. This is our sinful nature. Do we want to remember it? I don't. Now, am I going to remember my friends and relatives? I don't know. Especially if we've had bad relations. We're not going to remember a lot of stuff, I know that. But what are we going to remember? I don't know. Will we remember that we've got friends and relatives that weren't saved? It's not over for them. They've still got time until he appears in the clouds to their whole world. They've got time to accept Christ. And the world will get to a point of letting them know you'd better do it now. So don't worry about people you leave behind. If it's meant to be, they will find their way to heaven. Maybe a longer route than yours, but they will get there. Will we have our pets there? I hope so. I want Rapture Kitty with me. Can I hold on to him on the way up? His name is Rocky, by the way, but everybody start calling him Rapture Kitty because I would talk about him. So Rocky the Rapture Kitty, we'll give him his full name. Enjoy this time. Enjoy this season. This is the time to talk to your relatives, especially those that you're maybe not on the best of terms with. Apologize to them. Tell them you love them. I don't care if it's their fault. Apologize to them. Give them the easy way out. Tell them I just don't know where we, got crossed up, but let's go forward from here and be friends. You can do that. If you don't have the strength to do it, ask the one who does. And make this the best, if not the last Christmas we celebrate here on earth. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless. Thought I'd give you a view of where I'm seated. Hopefully the wind won't be a problem here. There's a light breeze blowing, but I'm seated up here away from the water where the wind seems to be stronger because there's no resistance. But the water's out there, you can see it. This pavilion's here for anybody to rent cheaply for birthday parties, church events, whatever. It's right next to the bathhouse, which will be open when the park's open. I have one lone fisherman in here who's got an annual pass to fish. Hopefully he catches something. Blessings.